Hello and welcome to Geiselberg. I'm Andy and this is Let's Play here. So I've been playing this map for quite a lot of hours. Around 60 hours or so, so pretty long time. Actually I got this tractor is quite worn because it's so old. I used it a lot, so but it's a kind of cool map, and I like it. It's I'm guessing it's based in Germany, but I'm using a German season on it, geo data on it, and that sort of stuff. But it's pretty much it looks like it could be in Sweden too, so I'm pretending it's Sweden. This could be a Swedish farm, easy. So I'm using manual attach mod. I'm trying to do this pretty realistically. I have the brilliant real life numbers mod installed, and I'm using that. Played about I've just done my third harvest, I think. Second or third harvest. So I'm a few years in, and sorry about my voice, I just lost my voice. It's a dairy farm. I'm using animal pen extension. I'm using a ton of stuff. I'm putting that in the description so you can look at it there. But it's a really cool map, and I've been playing it so much I really thought that I would share it with you. So I'm trying to do as much from the in-cab view as possible, keeping it realistic sense. It's beginning TMR, so I'm doing silage now. I'm wrapping and baling grass. I have 3 grass fields. I can show you grass fields instead of just popping on here. So I have the farm down here, so I have this 62, this one and this one. These are grass fields. These are the fields I plant stuff on. I own these fields. I lease that one. I have a ton of debt, which is I always thought like 650, so I reduced it quite a lot, but 450,000 in debt. So I just the standard equipment you got on this map, I used that, sold it off, bought some new stuff, leased some stuff, which is pretty easy to do with the real life numbers mod. So I did that, and I've been working away ever since. So I played it a few weeks now, and I think it's a really nice map. And I thought at first I just wanted to play it for my own sake, but then I actually thought that, I'm gonna share this because it's a nice map. That's about it. I rent my mower because I rent the big the big self-propelled mower. So I rent that. And because it costs like 800 euros or so to rent it, and it doesn't take 50 minutes or something to do these fields. So instead of buying and owning a mower, I think this is a more efficient way of doing it. So I don't even own this Bale, I'm leasing it for just this time. So it's nice, I like this one. This is also nice. I'm using the Baler Addon, I think. Round Baler extension add-on. Well, I can't remember the name, but basically it stops the baler when it's full automatically. makes this much easier. I'm trying to place the bales so they don't roll away. We should have some issues with them rolling into the forest. Oh, no, it didn't work this time. So I've been using it. This tractor has 45 hours on it. I like this tractor. It's quite worn now in the game, but it's working great. It's not the biggest one. It could use some more horsepower, but for this farm size, it works really nice. We have 3 Masseys. We have this one, which is the it's the 726. And we have the smaller one, which I can't remember the number of. And we also have an older one, 390T, I think it is. Okay, stay there. I thought it would roll downhill. This is going to be a baling episode, I guess. And then we're going to lease some sort of equipment to bring it back to the farm. So I'm leasing quite a lot. I don't mind leasing it. The leasing cost is not too bad on this map. That's like this is a lot more bales than we usually. Like I fertilize this up to the highest level of fertilization before mowing, so which is 2 if you have a grass field. This is pretty good amount of bales off this field. We have 90 cows, or ish. They keep reproducing, of course, but around 90 cows, which is pretty okay. We're making quite a lot of money. We have this. I'm gonna show you. What did I say that? This. So we have this installed, which is okay. Well, you basically is a sell point on your farm. You can sell grass and hay and stuff here. You can sell milk here, which I bought. This it's quite an expensive ordeal. I think this was like 27,000 euros and this was 25,000 euros, so it did cost a lot. I borrowed the money for it, so but it repaid itself. It did repay for itself quite easily. So one field done. We go to the next one. This is the big grass field. I have a smaller one over there, which is slightly smaller now because I have to place some sort of shed for my bales, which I got off the. I planted first year. I planted. I can't remember where I planted first year. Second year I planted canola, and then I planted wheat this year, so the wheat, we have a ton of straw bales from it, which is good. So we don't have to plant that. We'll plant something else next year, maybe canola or some other crop. That doesn't mean we have to. We don't need straw bales. Basically, we have a ton of straw bales. We'll have that for quite some time. So this is sort of my replacement let's play for the Björktorp, which is my Swedish farm, which I played for a lot of hours, which I like. It's a good map, but this is a slightly better map. What it's like, this is more realistic feel to it. It's a Swedish map, so I'm switching to this one basically. I might return to Björktorp someday, I don't know, but now I'm currently on this one. This is also my map where I've tried out a lot of mods, which I have. It was like a trial map for mods. And I'm gonna put those mods in the description. There's a ton of them, so hopefully I hope I don't miss any of them. I probably won't miss any of them, but there will be a ton of them. Don't roll in. I always keep rolling into the forest on this map, on this field, I mean. I'll get it. There's some sort of invisible fence down there, so they don't roll too far into the forest, actually. This is gonna roll into the forest too. This will roll further in, I think, because this, I don't know. I would like to do some forestry, but I don't own that much forest. But I would kind of like to try that. You will get to that, maybe. Oh, it actually rolls into that field. So I'm not giving the cows any beddings, because that way I get slurry. So we're doing slurry. You get quite a lot of slurry. Not enough to actually fertilize all the fields, but pretty close to it. Get over here and then we'll back up a little bit. So I don't know how long these episodes will be. I don't know how often I'll do them. I don't know. I'll probably switch between stuff. So next time I'll record, I'll probably do something completely different than this. I'm not doing it some sort of way actually. I'm just trying things out, and we'll see what we'll do with it. It's a nice farm. I like this. I have it set up not exactly like I want, but pretty much like I want to. We'll run this for quite some time. I wish there were a couple more horsepowers on this tractor, but there isn't. But that's okay too. It's a nice tractor, so. It works. It works. I get about 2 cuts out of a year on this seasons, on this geodata. Which is slightly, well, I thought I would get 3. I tried 3 the first year, but it didn't work out. I didn't get much, I didn't get anything the last part of it, last try. So I'm pretty much accepting that I'll get 3 cuts out of this field, of these fields. Roll off to the right there. So as I leased most of these things, not most, but some of these equipment stuff I'm using, it keeps cost a little bit down. I could lease them all year round, but I leased them for when I use them. I don't know if that's realistic. I'm thinking you probably lease them the entire year, but I haven't. I just should probably do it that way, but I haven't. So This is a nice tractor. I really like this one. It's really worn. Should probably go like repaint it. But then again, I think it's kind of cool that it looks worn and stuff gets worn on a farm. So I think I'm gonna keep it this way. I don't think I'm gonna repaint it because it's, well, I don't think you would. We'll use it until we won't use it anymore. Oh, I should Baler roll over to that side, to the other field. That's okay. It's quite tight to get into the farm. You'll notice that on when I try to get things into the farm later, but it's quite tight fit, which is also kind of realistic, I think. If you look at Swedish farms, the Swedish farms I know, this could definitely be in Sweden somewhere, so it's nice in that way. And it has the new manure mod attachment, so you can use the manure mod on it. We'll get that. Actually, I did an episode earlier, or when I showed that, on this Geiselberg map. There's Bale rolling right by. Hello, Bale. Shouldn't you stop rolling? Stop there, it will hit me, and then I could maybe continue and we'll stop there. No, it didn't, but could have. So it doesn't, since we only have 3 fields, it doesn't take a ton of time to do these. A little bit of time. It'll take a few cutting and mostly just transporting is a pain, but you do get a substantial amount of silage bales, and you can use them pretty easily. So it's good that way. For some reason, I can't place the hay bales directly into the barn, but I can place the silage bales. They'll disappear, but they don't seem to add to the content for some reason. And I can't think. Maybe it's just me, or it's a mod conflict or something. Or did I load this? Oh, yes, I didn't. I still think, if anyone knows, I would like to have a Bale, a baler with a wrapper, which actually kicks the bale over. I mean, I think what I could do if I wanted to, really wanted to, is that I could get, where's the baling? Where is it? This one. I think this one actually kicks it over, so it folds over. But then I would have to go around baling first and then wrapping it, which is a bit of a pain. I guess I could do it that way. Probably I'll try it that way. Next cut I'll try to do it that way. Well, it's a pain that they roll over, but if you flip them over, they would probably, but they will still roll because I would unfold them. We still roll. Oh, I don't know. I wish it was the bale, wrapper and kicker in the same thing. I think there were people trying to develop kick. I don't know if they call it kickers, but they flip the bale over on the side. I think there were people trying to develop those for Farming Simulator. I don't know what happened to it though. I thought there would be that on the class baler, on the class DLC, but Platinum DLC, but it wasn't. Never was one of those on that one, so I don't know what happened to it. Well, I'm pretty sure I saw pictures of them trying to do that, but it never showed up. See how many bales we've done. We have done 27 bales. Pretty good. We have a ton of bales already, so I don't know. Could you probably not. We don't have to do this many. I wonder if we can sell some of our bales. Could probably go and sell some bales, actually. We'll see. Because I have a ton of bales sitting over at my bale shed over there. Which is nice to have, but since we have a ton of new ones, maybe I just should sell off some of them. The older ones. Or the new, no. You can't sell these haven't fermented and yet into silage bales, so I have to wait a bit. I'm gonna do this field too, and then we'll see. Before we take a break, need to go and give my kids some breakfast actually. The only problem with leasing and equipment is that they will always lose a little bit at the end, which you can't use the next wrapping session. You will just lose it, but that's okay. I can live with that. It's not a huge amount of grass. It gets lost usually. It's a little bit. So I have a ton of wheat. I have like 200,000 liters. Oh, actually more. I have one in the trailer too, but I have quite a lot of wheat lying around in our silos, which we could go sell. But it's a bit of. I usually do that in the winter when try to try to get a better price from it But that's a future project because it's quite a bit of a drive to get to the sell points. I had some real issues. I couldn't sell milk on this map for some reason. I tried to sell milk and I tried placeable, but that didn't work either. So that's why I have the farm sell point for milk, because I couldn't sell the milk on the map as it is. I'm probably doing something wrong, using the wrong vehicle probably, but I just couldn't get the sell point to accept the milk, which was sort of painful. I tried a lot, but I couldn't get it to work, so that's why I installed that. I probably did something wrong. It probably works for everyone else, but it didn't work for me, so that's why. Anyway, I'm gonna stop there. Actually, I'm gonna go and sell the milk because I want to show you. I do produce quite a lot of milk, so it could be this truck actually. It should work. I don't know why it didn't work. But that's why I'm selling it on the farm, because I had to, basically. I tried driving up, but it was a pain because it's at the far top end of the map, and I went there and tried to sell milk, and it didn't work. So it gets slightly unrealistic because I think you get quite a lot more money from this sell point here on this farm. But I didn't have any choice actually. So I had to do it this way. And I had a ton of loans to repay, so I had to do it somehow. So I have 90 cows. I need to go give some food and clean out a little bit, I think. They're doing quite well. Bit slurry. Actually have like 200,000 liters more in storage containers, which I lease. but that's for the spring season when we're gonna start fertilizing the fields with slurry. Just to show you how much money you get, which is ridiculous. I think that's a bit too much money for the milk. But as I said, I can't sell it somewhere else, so I don't have any choice actually. I have to sell it here. So 16 grand for 25,000 liters. It's a lot. I think that's too much. This makes it a little bit unrealistic, but I don't really have any choice in it. I need to do it. Need to sell it somehow. Otherwise it's kind of worthless to have a dairy farm. A dairy farm where you can't sell the milk. Silly. So anyway, thank you for watching. I'm Andy. If you like this episode, please hit the like button. If you like this channel, please subscribe. Sorry, I said that wrongly. If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this episode, please hit the like button, leave a comment or share. And I will see you next time. Geiselberg, have a great day. Bye bye.